Hello everybody, I'm Sneaksy Gamer and welcome back to Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Lost Demon. We last left off here. This is not where I thought I was at, but oh well. It'll work. Yeah, this is where I needed to be. I thought this was where I was at. No, this is not it either. Actually, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I can just jump down here. No, this isn't the right one. I seriously... I could have sworn I was closer. That was that one that I needed to be at, but I guess not. It was further away than I thought. This is the one I need. I could have sworn I was closer than that. Oh well. Windy knot. Okay. Fear and frustration. Is that all that was up here? I guess so. boy. Really? What the hell? Why is that not working? There, thank you. The way this plant waves back and forth, it's almost mesmerizing. Oh boy. What are those?
Are these claw marks? No
That's what
way.
I thought.
Nothing has claws this big. Right? What?
That's not good. Something tells me we're in some serious danger up here. Not that we haven't been already, but... Hey. I've been here. Biologist Journal 6. After a perilous climb over a mountain of giant mushrooms, I have found a completely new ecosystem within the forest, an elevated area riddled with long winding branches, covered with moss. It's quite slippery, but some of my findings are astonishing. One second. Of particular interest is one plant that may possibly be a subspecies of the bud beaters I have written about previously. They line up along the vines, waiting for prey to cross and swiftly clamp together to crush unsuspecting passerby. Seeing how they are secluded to this higher area, I assume they must be the product of selective adaptation. I say it was a dastardly journey up those mushrooms, but I'm glad I persevered through it. Seeing as how they suddenly clamp their prey, I've decided to name them bud clamps. Oh yes, and in very unscientific news, I seem to have discovered what looks like a ghost. It was about the height of a child and ghastly white with an ever so faint glow. It ran off as soon as I approached it. It must be shy, I suppose. I only hope to see it again so I may gather a little more factual information regarding it. What's down this way first? Okay, just a shortcut back down, I guess. Okay, we can't do anything to those ones. That was funny.
An ancient tree, long felled, bared its fangs at Cereza. Cereza could not shake the feeling that Avalon Forest itself conspired against her.
Probably. Oh, look at this tree. It looks like it has a big open mouth. Big deal. You should see the size of my mouth.
Okay. Wow, that's high. It'll be fine. Just don't look down.
Don't get hit by these. I love that she says don't look down and the camera angle is pointing down. What the fuck? Oh. Isn't that nice? Why is it so slow? That one was way slower than they normally are, wasn't it? almost 50% done. Awesome. That did work. Oh shit, I didn't realize it was a really wide one. we got a fight up here, it looks like. What are you? Diverger.
Prepare yourselves! Cheshire, let's go! Let's go!
Man, my nose itches. I was the only one here, huh? If you ever get lost, look for the White Wolf's tracks. He's a good guide as he's as good a guide as useful.
Does this work? Yes! We need a rest.
Wisp Weekly 4. If you're ever in the woods and you hear a loud roar, run and hide as fast as you can. It's probably the Jabberwock, a fairy dragon that's as strong as they come. To him, everything else is just food. No matter how big or small, get caught and you'll be swallowed up in a single gulp. They say he used to be kept in a cage, but he got out somehow and he's been causing a ruckus ever since. Even the other fairies can't control him. Worst of all, he has wings, meaning he can fly. So it's really hard to hide from him. Hiding behind something won't cut it. You've got to find a way so that you can't be seen from the sky. Wisps with something big sticking out of their head should be especially cautious. He typically dwells somewhere inside Windy Knot, so I'd stay away from there for starters, if you know what's good for you. Oh boy.
Cool!
Fuck it, I'm not gonna bother.
Let's get him, Cheshire! Yes! You're getting punished! What was that?
Okay. Apparently they don't like it. They don't like him much. Oh boy. I don't want to have to fight a fucking dragon. Okay, that was the dragon. Oh boy. Voracious fairy dragon Jabberwock. Okay, so we weren't supposed to be able to beat him.
The monster's wings were hard as steel. Cheshire's claws seemed like toys by comparison. It had found a new target. Cereza knew she must fight, but she was petrified with fear.
Okay.
Like a hawk hunting mice, the draconic fairies searched for its prey. Cheshire tried desperately to transform, but with Cereza's magic and flux from fear, his body remained tiny.
Uh-oh.
You pathetic weakling. The cuddly body did not take the edge off his harsh words. Giving in to her fear, Cereza scooped up Cheshire and ran.
Can you really blame her?
They had escaped with their lives, but Cheshire was furious at Cereza for her cowardly retreat.
Dude, you weren't able to do anything. Calm down.
Cereza stood silently, fists clenched. More than anything, she was angry at herself for once again succumbing to her fear.
Yeah, but I mean, if you hadn't, you'd be dead.
So much as a dent in that monster's armor. Oh, what am I going to do?
For once, Cheshire had no mocking retort. He remembered the battle. This was the first time he had tasted defeat, and he did not like it one bit. Just stay out of my way, was all the demon could muster. Lost in despair of her own, Cereza barely heard his words.
Nest of the Worm. Oh boy.
You want to find the next elemental core, right? Get going then! Cheshire growled for Cereza to go, but Cereza could not muster the strength to say anything back.
Oh boy.
Next time that thing shows its ugly mug, I'm gonna beat it to a pulp! Cheshire shouted his bravado so Cereza would hear. It did little to quell her worry.
I...
In all reality, at the moment, we can't do anything about that thing. I'm assuming we'll get an ability to help with that, but who knows? that would take one hell of a power-up to be able to fight that thing. Either that or it would have to get a lot weaker. Oh man, we're over 50% complete now. Okay. Oh no, is this a dead end? I've got to do something or else. Okay. That works. Destroy the third elemental core.
Running away as usual. Doesn't surprise me at all. Huh?
So this one was just underwater this whole time?
You're welcome.
Hardhead. Ache all over. Thanks for the help, witch lady. Hardhead. Height 2 helmets. Weight about 5 helmets. One that actually weighs more than its height, okay? Most of them have been a lot lighter than their height has been. Like, if you look at this stuff. Like, say, for example... No, okay, he's the one that was unknown. But Big Nails. Oh, that one's hard to say. Captain, a slightly short fishing rod. And his weight is way less than what a fishing rod would be. Oh, you get the idea. Needy, 1 long needle plus 1 short one. Okay, that one was, the weight was larger than its height too, I guess. Okay. Anyway, weight about 5 helmets, personality headstrong, hobby fossil collecting. Hardhead is about as stubborn of a wisp as you can get. His opinion is the only right one. In fact, it's the only one. He will not change his mind no matter the situation. I know some people like that. I think we all know people like that. If any wisp is ever fool enough to try it and argue with him, it's a swift headbutt with his rock-hard head and sturdy half-helmet. He enjoys collecting fossils, especially those of fairies in the forest. He's amassed quite an impressive collection, but it's probably best not to ask him about it. Once he starts drolling about his stones, it could be hours, even days, until the unsuspecting victim is set free. What is that? Wow. That looks like a... Oh. That's what it was.
What?
Whatever's doing that. Giant's Basin. What the hell?
change.
Self-doubt
That's
and
not true. Nobody likes you.
So
you really think you can become a great witch?
problems with self-worth.
Stop! Stop talking!
Now, what I'm wondering is that just...
Hold of yourself! Move! Growled the demon, trying to shake Cereza from her stupor.
Now, is that something in the forest causing that to happen, or is that just what... Is that just her inner struggles?
Nobody. Running away as usual. Doesn't surprise me at all. Sobbing in the shadows. Running away as usual. Nobody likes you. You really think you can become a great witch? Stop it! Please! Give up already! You'll never change!
I would assume because Cheshire can see them as well, that it's something with the forest, but it's playing off of her, like, inner struggles and shit. But I don't know, because they are very much connected due to her magic, and the magic apparently is quite affected by her emotions, clearly. So maybe it's just that's why he can see it. Maybe it isn't actually a actual thing, but he's able to see and interact with it because of the connection he has to her or something. Who knows? It's definitely interesting. Oh, we've got to fight.
You're scared, aren't you? Just go cry in the corner, you coward.
Or is this a new type of fairy?
I want to be stronger! To become a witch.
not an illusion we can dispel.
What can you possibly do? Everyone knows you're a failure.
At least we can't dispel it just yet.
Mummy believed in me!
Ah, it was a new type of fairy doing it. Wasn't it? Deadly Watcher Fawn. Revenant Fairy Bargist. Rank any. A fairy spirit summoned by fawns. They tend to have a fairer complexion than flesh and blood fairies, and the trademark of being faintly transparent. Though a spirit, the fawn's magic gives them a corporeal form in this world. Fawns largely summon Barghest for this reason, so they can be a physical shield whenever harm comes a fawn's way. Having no will of their own, the Barghest have no choice but to be used as their fawn master sees fit. Reborn as a spirit after dying in Avalon, they could be said to be, for fairies, what wisps are to humans. The fairies have no culture of showing respect to their dead, so they are not honored. After some research, they seem unable to release negative vibes no matter how much they are tormented, so most fairies find little use for them. There are instances of some simply appearing out of thin air, wandering the forest aimlessly, but they are rarely tied to the earthly world for too long. Okay. I guess I didn't read about this one, huh? Excavation Engineer Knocker. Rank Pawn, a quadruped fairy that dons a unique spiraling helmet. Knockers use this helmet like a drill and spin their bodies to burrow into the ground. The helmet is made more than durable enough to withstand this. This technique is primarily used to dig underground tunnels for transporting energy, but when in battle, knockers can use it to spring up from under their opponent with a shockingly powerful attack. The offensive ability of this assault makes them an enemy to be feared. Since they spend most of their day burrowed in the ground, they have even worse eyesight than that of a typical fairy. They also seem to be weak to sunlight, and as so do not like to be above ground for longer than necessary. Because of this, there are actually fairies who don't even know knockers exist. Their constant burrowing has led them to discover many locations of hidden jewels and beds of ore. Sadly, they aren't the most generous fairies and tend to keep this information a secret from anyone, other fairies included. And then I was going to read about this one. Deadly Watcher Fawn. rank Amethyst Knight, a biped fairy wizard that summons spirits known as Barghest to do its bidding in battle. Able to summon large numbers of spirits simultaneously, they are often likened to a shepherd with a herd of sheep on the battlefield. When fighting, they make a point of staying out of the action, providing assistance through their summons. Their offensive strategies consist of summoning enough Barghest to overwhelm their opponent, and if ever finding themselves in danger, they can easily recall any of their Barghest to act as a shield. Different from the relationship between infernal demons and the Umbra, which is based on a pact, the Fawn manipulate their summons through mind control. This means those particularly gifted in mind manipulation learn to control much more than just Barghest. Legend even has it that a small town almost disappeared overnight after a Fawn assumed control of the town's youth. Interesting.
Cool.
Salutations, Cereza. Finding those wolf tracks okay? Oh, you just don't have anything to say to us about what just happened. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, but I was expecting her to say something. Or him, I guess. I don't know which one it was. Did they actually tell us, or... Now I'm curious, is there actually a... Appears suddenly before herself. Okay, yeah, I thought so. I thought that was the case, but I couldn't remember. You know what? Thought that might work. interesting. I just want to see if there's anything back here, or if it's just empty. I don't think there'll be anything back here, because this place didn't have the... This part didn't have the, illusions and stuff, so nothing should have changed here. Okay. Okay, so there was nothing major back here. Nothing I can actually do anything about right now, at least.
Cereza could just make out the water shrine in the distance. Before it stood a strange contraption built from thick metal pipes. It was a cage, big enough to swallow up Morgana's mana whole.
That's probably where that dragon was originally then. These cages are enormous, but they're all broken. Someone bust out from the inside. Could have only been that dragon. Okay.
Cereza held back her tears, pushing herself forward with all her might. I can't cry. I've got to be strong, she whispered to herself quietly, so that Cheshire would not hear.
do anything with that just yet. Banshee model.
Cheshire, let's go! Let's go!
Arsenal of Doom, a rudimentary machine created by the fairies with the supposed purpose of scaring intruders. Simply put, it's a walking bomb. It contains enough explosives to clear away a large chunk of debris, so it's probably a good deal too strong for just intimidation tactics. If you walk into one, you're probably dead, but that's a design flaw that doesn't particularly bother the fairies. The bombs are built using pomegranates from the forest, with a dash more firepower applied through fairy magic. Many fairies comment the noise it makes upon detonation sounds like a loud banshee-esque scream, which they took into consideration when deciding its name. While able to move around by itself to some extent, in order to prevent any disastrous false detonations, it requires to be given an objective before it is armed. This configuration needs to, however, be done by a fairy, and the slightest impact after its completion will result in immediate detonation, making this job rather unpopular among fairies. Yeah, I can't really blame them for not wanting to be doing that job then. Word has arrived that the Jabberwock, a wartime ally and once trusted confidant, has extricated himself from his cage somehow. Few know the bounds of dear Jabby's might. He has given assistance even to the great Moltred during the feudal times of Avalon. His appetite has claimed many a fairy. He has absolute confidence in his combat prowess, as do we. After being sealed away by that dastardly former fairy king, we were so kind as to liberate him and recruit him to our army post-haste. Despite that, the cursed beast refused to listen to a single order and just thrashed about to his own pleasing, unstoppable even by our own hand. He continued snacking on our highest-ranking officers until we locked him in a cage and tossed it out around Wyvern Falls. If his escape is more than mere rumor, it is quite an unpleasant turn of events. Still, unless one wanders haphazardly near his dwelling, there is little to fear, and if he desires to feast of an odd fairy pond time and again, we say so be it. It is of no matter to us, as long as we can assure our own safety there. 'Tis nary a trouble at all. That is, other than the elemental core of water. Well, when we have business with it, we suppose we will just need to exercise extra caution. Other than that, bothersome situations are best handled with the policy, to use the human proverb, out of sight, out of mind. Why are they getting so slow? That just feels weird that they're so slow like that. Interesting. There's a fight here. Yep. Uh-oh. Salamander, mischievous fire starter. Rank Pawn, a fairy wizard with a flaming staff. Though a wizard by name, they are limited to using flame magic. Still, the flame magic of fairies can be quite powerful, and salamander are able to create raging flames that can grow many times larger than their tiny stature. While other fairies typically would value their assistance on the sidelines, sometimes their spells slip out of their control and fry their allies. Though flame magic is something that has existed among the fairies for ages, each fairy's aptitude is decided for the most part at birth and can range drastically. Salamanders display more natural talent than other fairies, and they show a fair bit of pride regarding this. Salamanders sometimes will sneak into human villages to play tricks by setting things on fire, so they are typically associated with fire to humans as well. Only as fairies are not known to use flame magic, they are simply considered to be fairies drawn to the flame. Okay. that went pretty well. So we are going to be getting some sort of a water ability. And I would assume a fire ability after that with the ice things. Is that a hammer?
You're not hurt?
Plop. Great, I can move again. Thanks, sis. This is great. Height, a normal hammer. Weight, a few hammers. Personality, troublemaker. Hobby, camping. The perfect word for Plop is probably rascal. He runs around the forest causing mischief every day with what seems like an endless reserve of energy. The hammer stuck on his head doubles as a tool for his tricks, especially to bop other wisps with. These antics constantly get him in trouble, but Plop never seems to mind. Come tomorrow, he'll be waving his hammer head at someone all over again. Maybe it's because he became a wisp at a young age and he never got the chance to grow up. Plop is an avid lover of nature, so Avalon might be the perfect place for him. It certainly gives him plenty of time for camping, his favorite hobby. The fact that he seems so well adjusted to his life in Avalon is something that a few of the other wisps secretly find somewhat vexing. What is that yellow Tyrannog thing? I don't know. Of course. one are probably not.
No.
That's so weird to see the different things that open up to reveal a path like that. Yep, this is the one I was looking for, but I didn't see the thing, so maybe I don't. Recently, we've been taking turns standing guard. Can't let those fairies find our hideaway. Okay.
Hello.
There we go.
Hello.
Okay.
No.
Cool.
Okay. Can't quite reach that, so I must get it from the other side then.
I wonder if we're in that monster's territory.
As the words came out, Cereza was gripped by fear. But she knew it was too late to turn back.
Yeah. Wow. I recovered a lot more health than I expected it to. What in the hell? Took me way more work than it should have.
Yes!
That's how we can tell as well. It wiggled. So that's another giveaway that it's one of the fairies in there as it wiggles. Okay. How long have we been going? An hour and a half, huh? Dang it. I don't like these slow ones. I don't know what the deal is with it. I had a feeling. I don't know why, I just did. So how am I supposed to fight those without getting hit by the explosions then?
Cool!
Interesting. Did that do anything down here? Doesn't look like it. No, the water level down here didn't change at all. What the hell? Okay, whatever. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, wow.
Broken cages were scattered everywhere.
Look at all of them.
What were these cages for? Cereza started to wonder, then decided it'd be best not to know.
Yeah, it's probably better if we don't know.
What's this?
Every cage is completely destroyed. Someone must have had a big tantrum. Please tell me I can get up here then. Good.
We're getting closer. It's nearby. I know it.
Oh boy. That's not good.
They found themselves face to face with the monster once again.
Go hide somewhere!
Yelled Cheshire, preparing for battle. Half by instinct, Cereza found her way to a hiding spot. Without a moment of hesitation, Cheshire threw himself at the enemy. His claws found their mark, but once again left the beast unperturbed. Cheshire continued his fierce assault, but with each exchange he was gradually losing ground.
Except that one wasn't so gradual there.
Cheshire!
It was only a matter of time before Cheshire was overwhelmed. Is this how our tale ends?
I can't.
She's gonna do something. She's gonna figure something out.
I still can't save anyone. No. Not this time.
There we go.
No more running away. I am going to be a witch. I need to be strong. There's got to be something I can do to save him.
Thorn Vice. After certain enemy attacks, a mark will appear above their head. This is your chance to use Zeal and perform a more powerful bind. Thorn Vice is able to hold enemies for longer, and enemies will take more damage while bound. See what this new power is capable of. Oh boy. He took out his armor.
With its armor in tatters, the dragon turned tail and fled.
I knew she'd figure something out.
Cheshire, are you okay? Any serious injuries?
Cheshire only shook his head, lest his voice betray the fact that he was shaken.
Oh, thank goodness. I wonder if that fairy will be back. But now we know it's not completely invincible.
Invigorated from the battle, Cereza was almost confident. Cheshire was in a sour mood. A part of him realized that if it were not for Cereza's actions, he would currently be dragon food. But he just could not accept that he had been saved by someone he considered so far beneath him.
Of course.
If I'm going to be an Umbra witch, I can't be afraid of an overgrown lizard like that. We'll get him next time, Cheshire.
As she said these words, Cheshire noticed something in Cereza not present in the timid girl he had met earlier. The prideful demon turned away and pretended not to hear her.
Was there nothing else over here? Okay. get over here.
Come here!
There's nothing up here just yet, but at some point we'll probably be able to do something, and maybe not, because I didn't really see anything up there now that I think about it. What is the point of this? What is the point of that? Something must change with the waterfall or something, right?
This looks like a piece of its hide. So it's not completely invincible.
See a fairy hiding in that bush up there. This isn't a sanctuary. Interesting. I'm figuring I might as well end it here, but I really want to keep playing too. I might try. I might do a little more. Because I really am enjoying this game quite a bit. Ignis's Journal 4. The Jabberwock of Wyvern Falls has been the scourge of this forest ever since the ancient days of yore. Anything that moves is his target. Humans, wisps, fairies, he will strike anything without hesitation or remorse. His violent disposition is enough that even I am hesitant to approach. Once there was a brave young witch who attempted to rid Avalon of this pestilence. She scoured the forest looking for anything to be of assistance until coming across some trees that bore explosive fruit. Confident she had found the key to victory, she waited for an opening, then gave the bombastic fruit a mighty toss right into the dragon's mouth. Sadly, the smoke cleared to reveal that Jabberwock had not suffered so much as a scratch. The young witch stood in shock, and before I could try and help, the beast had gobbled her up whole. Okay then. Since then, the vile creature has even taken a liking to the fruits, eating a dozen or so at a time for a snack. I do think I'll enjoy the day someone finally takes care of that despicable dragon. Looks like we're right next to the core over there. Something tells me we'll have to face off against the dragon before we get the ability, though. Unless is the fact that it's going slower meant to represent that she's gaining more control of her ability. That could be it. That might actually be what it is, now that I think about it, because the way it's going slower makes it easier to do it, which would in turn mean she's getting better. So I wonder if that's why they're slowing down now. I don't really know. Okay, you know what? I might as well just end it here. I might actually just go right into recording another episode though, because I'm really enjoying this. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But that's it for this one. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.